The Formula One preseason has ended, but the doubts are just beginning. While Red Bull and McLaren showed solid performance, Ferrari left Bahrain surrounded by questions. The SF-25, which was supposed to be the team's big leap forward, failed to impress. The car struggled with balance issues, excessive tire wear, and did not deliver the expected speed. But the worst part, the drivers themselves don't seem to be on the same page. Hamilton is confident. Leclerc is worried. Who is right? While Lewis Hamilton expressed optimism and said he felt good sensations with the car, Charles Leclerc was direct. "We have a lot of work to do. Is Ferrari hiding its true pace, or is the problem much deeper?" Before testing, Ferrari generated excitement. Now the atmosphere has changed. The team wasn't a complete disaster, but it fell short of expectations. Over the 3 days of testing, the SF-25 struggled to find the right balance. Additionally, tire wear was a constant issue, especially in Bahrain's cooler conditions. This could be an isolated problem, or a sign that the car has serious flaws that could compromise the entire season. Team principal Fred Vasseur tried to downplay concerns, stating, "The conditions in Bahrain do not reflect the reality of the season." But within Ferrari, some are less optimistic. One thing is clear: Ferrari needs to react, and fast. If the SF-25 failed to impress, why does Hamilton seem so calm? The 7-time world champion is not falling into the trap of lap times. He knows that preseason testing isn't about showing maximum speed, but rather about understanding the car, testing setups, and gathering data. If Hamilton believes in the SF-25's potential, that could be a good sign. But if he's wrong, he may have signed a multi-year contract to live another nightmare, this time in red. The big question remains: did Hamilton spot something others missed, or is he just trying to keep team morale high? While Hamilton sees a promising future, Leclerc is sounding the alarm. The Monegasque driver has faced enough frustrations at Ferrari to know when something is wrong, and this time he made it clear. The SF-25 is not yet ready to fight for victories. If the car was at its limit and still slow, it would be a major problem. But if there's room for improvement, Ferrari could still grow throughout the season. The question is, did Leclerc notice flaws that could slow down the team's progress? If the car's stability and balance issues aren't fixed quickly, Ferrari could start the year behind Red Bull and, even more surprisingly, McLaren. While Ferrari searches for answers, McLaren continues to impress. The MCL39 has already proven it can fight with the frontrunners. The car is balanced, fast, and stable. Everything Ferrari is still trying to achieve. McLaren isn't just adapting to the season. It is growing steadily and consistently. If this trend continues, McLaren could overtake Ferrari in the F1 hierarchy. And if that happens, what will become of the Scuderia? The clock is ticking. Ferrari can't afford to lose more time. Ferrari's future is still uncertain, but the team needs to react immediately. The Scuderia already has updates planned for the first races, focusing on stability and front suspension. But will that be enough? Formula One doesn't wait. If Ferrari doesn't speed up development, it could spend yet another season watching Red Bull and McLaren fight for victories. Now we want to hear from you. Is Ferrari hiding something, or do they really have a serious problem? Comment below. The wait is over. Lewis Hamilton is about to experience one of the most defining moments of his career, his first race with Ferrari. And the stage for this debut couldn't be more fitting. The Australian Grand Prix in Melbourne, the very circuit where he made history with his Formula One debut back in 2007. The most successful driver in F1 history, with 105 race wins and 7 world championships, is now wearing Ferrari red, and he is feeling the excitement. It was a long winter, but at the same time it flew by. We had good testing last week, and now it's all starting to sink in. The race is next week. Hamilton revealed during a Puma event, one of Ferrari's key partners. The last time Hamilton raced in a car that wasn't a Mercedes was almost 2 decades ago. Now he faces one of the biggest challenges of his career, bringing Ferrari back to the top of Formula One. I'm excited. I feel like we're as prepared as we could be, given the time we've had. There are still things to learn, but I'm ready to get started. Being in Melbourne will bring back so many memories of my first F1 race. Back in 2007, as a rookie, he shocked the world by finishing on the podium in his debut race. Now, with all his experience and determination to secure that long-awaited 8th title, what can we expect from him in his first Ferrari outing? Seeing Hamilton in Ferrari red already feels surreal, but imagine what it must be like for him as he prepares to line up on the grid for the first time as a Scuderia driver. Next week, when I line up for the race in red, wow, I don't even have the words to explain how excited I am. But will this excitement translate into results on track? Has Ferrari given him a car capable of taking the fight to Red Bull and McLaren? Or will Hamilton have to push the limits to turn this opportunity into success? The answers will start to unfold next weekend at the Australian Grand Prix. One thing is certain, Formula One has never been this electrifying. What do you think? Will Hamilton make an immediate impact at Ferrari? Can he surprise everyone in Melbourne? Join the conversation and share your thoughts. Behind the scenes of Formula One, driver negotiations are a high-stakes chess game, and Mercedes is right in the middle of it. With Lewis Hamilton leaving for Ferrari, Toto Wolff faces the tough challenge of finding a worthy replacement. But a surprising detail has emerged. Mercedes did not negotiate with Max Verstappen because of a promise made to Hamilton. During the Drive to Survive documentary, Wolff revealed that he had given Hamilton his word that Mercedes would not approach Verstappen while he was still with the team. "I didn't speak to him because I promised Lewis that I wouldn't negotiate with him, but now I will talk to Max," Wolff admitted. This revelation raises an intriguing question. Had Mercedes been considering Verstappen for some time? Or was this purely out of respect for Hamilton? With Verstappen out of the picture, Mercedes has widened its search for a new driver. Carlos Sainz and Fernando Alonso have been mentioned as potential candidates, showing that the team is exploring all available options. But the reality is that convincing Verstappen to leave Red Bull was always going to be a near impossible task. Even Wolff admitted the challenges involved. "It's difficult with Max. I think there is only a 1% chance of convincing him to change his mind," he said. In other words, Red Bull has managed to hold on to its biggest asset, leaving Mercedes with a critical decision. Should they take a chance on a young talent or bring in an experienced driver to lead the team? Hamilton's departure has left a massive gap at Mercedes, and the negotiations are more intense than ever. As the team weighs its options, one thing is clear. Whoever they choose will play a key role in shaping the future of Mercedes in Formula One. The big question now is, who will replace Hamilton? Could Mercedes pull off a surprise move? The game is wide open, and the decision could shift the balance of power in F1. Who do you think will take Hamilton's seat at Mercedes in 2025? Does Toto Wolff have a wild card up his sleeve? Share your thoughts.